Hello my friends and welcome back to The Witcher 3. In yesterday's video we finally ran into Yennefer, or she ran into us rather, and now we are getting ready to meet the Emperor, Emhyr something with like 12 million titles no doubt. So as promised, we're picking back up right where I left off yesterday. Cledwyn needs to give us a shave, and I'm gonna ask, what's wrong with my beard?
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does, yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes, especially beards infested with lice.
Oh,
Been on the road a while. Fine, do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
How goes it? Preparations for the audience proceeding as planned?
Yes, General. The gentleman will be more or less presentable.
Who's this guy? He a barber too?
No. Morvran Voorhis, commander of the Alba division. Yennefer's escort. They were my men, all of them. Indeed, were. For none have returned to Vizima, have they? I truly wonder what happened on the road yesterday. Perhaps you could enlighten me. You have time. And a razor to your throat.
Your men died in battle as soldiers do. The Wild Hunt killed them. Well, is there a harm in being honest? He knows I'm a witcher, right?
Wild Hunt killed them.
A cavalcade of wraiths dashing across the night sky. These omens of war the peasantry bubbles about. Expect me to believe that.
Frankly, I don't really give a damn.
Nordlings. We can bathe you, shave you, and clothe you, but teaching you manners, that will be a challenge.
Nice meeting you too.
Done. Shall I shave him once more against the grain?
No. He himself is very much against the grain. That's enough. Farewell, Witcher. Or rather, see you soon.
Good. Now the gentleman may dress.
I do like Msan's beard a bit better. Although he needs to wipe his shaving cream off a bit.
Sadly, I did not receive exact measurements. If the garments chafe, our tailor will adjust them.
Is it crazy how prepared they are for me to just randomly show up, or for Geralt to randomly show up? Any color as long as it's black. Where are my clothes? Yeah, where's my stuff?
Where are my clothes?
Where they should have gone long ago, with the laundress. They will be returned to you after the audience, clean and starched. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
Okay, well,
A shame I have no time.
let's look at our quest log and journals and everything first. So completed. Okay, I think the incident at White Orchard is new, and it says Witchers should be neutral, avoid meddling in the affairs of others, but at times it's hard to be indifferent. While searching for Yennefer, Geralt and Vesemir stopped by the tavern in the village of White Orchard when a row erupted in the establishment soon afterwards. Vesemir decided to defend the besieged innkeep. Unfortunately, instead of calming the situation, he inflamed it. The witches were forced to draw their steel swords, those they used to kill humans. They say idioms are the wisdom of nations, but the saying with many against one, even a witcher's done, rarely proves true. Though their foes held the advantage in numbers, Geralt and Vesemir tended to them handily. Unfortunately, the innkeeper they had sought to protect hardly appreciated the gesture. Terrified at the bloody massacre, she tossed her saviors out of the door. I mean, it's one of those situations where it was never going to go well. If she left the lilies up, like we saw at the very beginning when Geralt first arrived, the Nilfgaardians would have burned down the inn. But if she took them down, all of her fellow Temerians would potentially gang up on her. And she just seemed to be the scapegoat, and she's just trying to survive like the rest of them. And, you know, it's not okay for them to take out their anger on her, but like, what else was she going to do? And what else was Geralt and Vesemir supposed to do? Like, I don't know. It's just, none of it was a good situation, like I said. So, Lilac and Gooseberries is also finally complete. And the last update says, ultimately, it was Yennefer who found Geralt. The one-time lovers had not even a moment to enjoy their reunion, for Yennefer insisted they ride to Vizima as quickly as possible. The Emperor of Nilfgaard awaited them there. Though Temeria's former capital was but a few miles from White Orchard, the journey was to be rife with drama. Yeah, the Wild Hunt, who apparently ride across the sky in legends, but don't actually do it in reality because Yennefer just blew up a bridge and they got stuck, which seems a little... Okay. All right, character. Nope, that's not. I thought I was going to books. Okay, I have some new books. Oh no, I've read all these. Okay. Let's just double check. Yeah, I think I read all these. I need to start buying books from vendors. I keep forgetting to do that. Characters. Okay, so Emhyr var Emreis, that's the Emperor. So few names in the continent's history arouse as much terror and respect as that of Emhyr var Emreis. Oh, good lord. 2 pages of, I feel like, of titles. The White Flame, dancing on the graves of his foes. That's a really good one, actually. Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Metenna, yada, yada, yada. Sovereign of Nazair and Vicovaro. He was ruler of half the civilized world and inspiring conqueror of the other half. He was a personage whose deeds and decisions shaped the fates of whole kingdoms and populations. What then could he possibly want of a simple witcher? I don't know. And then we have Morvran Voorhis, commander of the Alba division, an officer of the highest rank and a pure-blooded aristocrat, one who with pride could call himself a Nilfgaardian, a designation reserved only for native-born inhabitants of the Empire's capital and its immediate surroundings. At the time of their first meeting, Geralt had no idea what an important person had been assigned the task of asking him a few routine questions. He didn't really ask us any questions, though. He only asked us one. But whatever. Knowing the Witcher, however, knowledge of Morvran's rank and status would not have made much of a difference. Okay. And I think those were the only updates. So, did I have any bestiary updates? Okay. Keeping up with our journal entries. Perfect. So let's save. It's been a long time. Let's use my witchery senses. There's things over here. Can I loot? I can. Do I have an inventory? Okay, I can. I wonder if I get to keep all this stuff then. The Wonders of Zarikania. Ooh. During my many travels, I have seen countless extraordinary places, the primeval wilds of Broccolon, with trees so high their tips disappear in the clouds, dwarven chambers carved into the guts of Mahaka mountains, with walls plated in pure gold, the ice palace of Pont Venice, adorned with stained frost windows, yet none of these made such an impression on me as did the rightly famed Zerrikania. Do I get to go there? Because that'd be kind of cool if I did. Yet while I was traversing the fiery mountains, I feared disappointment awaited me on the other side. I had heard many a fantastic tale about Zerrikania and its trackless sands burnt white by the sun, its golden-scaled dragons weaving their nests amidst the dunes, its hunchbacked horses able to survive weeks without even a swallow of water. Yet none seemed to me at all plausible. I was sure all these sensations were but the figment of some bard's overactive imagination. I know this will be as hard for you to believe, dear reader, as it once was for me, but all of the unbelievable tales are true. Not only that during my many months of travel, I came across wonders far surpassing those any prior travelogues mentioned. I saw temples dedicated to the worship of dragons. I heard their voice, almost human, but reverberating with 1,000 echoes. I met warrior maids clad in leopard skins, tattooed from head to foot, and giving no ground to witchers and mastery of the blade. I saw mages who channel power from fire. I saw seemingly harmless flies whose solitary bite would make a man fall into a deep slumber, never to awake save to die. In short, Zerrikania is a land where the fantastic is normal and the impossible occurs daily. That sounds cool. I doubt we'll get to go there. A land filled with dragons and things that are going to kill you? I mean, interesting.
Directly out of Nordling tales. Inconceivable.
This is...
Oh, he's just going to grunt at me. Okay. But yeah, it seems like a cool place, but probably likely to kill me. Ooh, the Chronicles of Verdania. Another story to read. Ridank the Elf, despite what one might conclude from his moniker, not one drop of elven blood flowed in King Ridank's veins. They called him the Elf because of his exceptional beauty and for the great admiration he felt for the Enshade. This fascination, seemingly harmless, would have horrible long-term consequences. King Ridank, spitting in the face of all laws and customs, chose as his wife a half-elf, and one of low status at that, known as Beatrix O'Covier. The fruit of this regrettable and short-lived mésalliance was Falca, who later fomented bloody revolt against her own father. Though this uprising was ultimately extinguished, and Falca herself burned at the stake. What is that a thing? They just burn people at the stake? I mean, I know it's like medieval times, but like, is that not reserved for special occasions? Anyway, the young state was thereafter thrown into chaos for years to come. So many people getting burned at the stake. It's just gotta be like an awful way to die. Ugh. Anyway, let's continue exploring. Sorry if my voice is a little nasally, but my allergies are punishing me this week, it seems. A sword for witches. Who are the hunters, you ask? Folk like you and yours, I reply. The decent kind, haters of lies, doers of good. The kind who live according to the gods' laws and nature's laws too. Those disgusted by the machinations of witches, magicers, and non-humans. All that separates us from common folk is that we've the courage to take up arms, to defend our lands from evil, to slice out the gangrene that eats us from within. We haven't a leader, we haven't forts or land. Though God's-fearing Radovid supports us with his gold at times, we've not sworn him nor any ruler any oath. We serve only the eternal fire, and we listen only to our own conscience. Who can join us? Any who is right of soul and sound of body. You can find us in every larger city in the north. We will give you board, lodging, and a weapon. We will explain how to spot the telltale signs of evil, birthmarks in strange and arcane shapes, smooth skin on a matron aged more than 30 springs, and black cats kept in the yard, to name but a few. We will show you how to defend yourself from witchcraft, how to tame and snuff out magic elements with Demeritium. Still saying that word wrong. We will instruct you how to squeeze the Skinner's darkest secrets out of them with a hot iron, and how to grant them cleansing death with the help of sacred fire. So, witch hunters, basically. Lovely. Okay, a few more things to explore. Can I loot this one? Yes, I can. A dumpling, my favorite. Okay, so now I gotta pick an outfit, unless there's something over here. Nope. Oh, but there's something over here. Sorry, Chamberlain, but I got things I gotta look at. Gnomish Prankings. Ooh. Scrub the greasing from a dog's ear, soak into cotton twine, place in a new lamp of greenish hue, and set said lamp betwixt an eager crowd. Forsooth shall they swear that a dog's head they behold, and this shall be no sorcery but good the tidings. For the Prince of Alandir's nuptials, a paltry gnome armed with a miniature cutlass hid himself in a pipe. When guests partook of the princely banquet, anon jumped out the best-bred gnome, giving a terrible fright to all at first, then causing much merriment once the jest was figured. A concelifus, or a dog had in her tongue a beast that in wastes of Zangibar dwells, has the corpse of a man but the head of a dog. The Prince of Elander did receive such a specimen from those far-off lands. The Concephalus lets stream its urine with the toiling of every hour, both day and night, and this is why the Zangibarians engrave its likeness on timepieces and compasses. Okay, that makes no sense, but sure. All right, let's save after I've babbled for like 10 minutes. And now I think we're ready to pick an outfit. No. That looks the same as that one. How are these two different? They don't look any... Fine, we'll just go with this one. Elegant courtier doublet, trousers, and shoes. So let's get dressed. We need to equip that, and shoes. There we go. All right, now we need to talk to the Chamberlain.
And they say clothes do not make the man. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
I mean, it's fine.
A studded doublet and a sword on my back, that's what would satisfy me. But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes.
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
I'm not a boar, I know how to bow.
I'm not some boor. I know how to bow.
Please, demonstrate. That, sir, is how you might bow to a whore on a street corner, not to the Emperor of Nilfgaard. Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse.
What did he say? Left leg back, hands at side? No. Left leg, did he say this way?
Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me.
Imperial Audience, do I have any updates? I don't think I read this one. So my new quest is Imperial Audience. Geralt had spent years looking for Yennefer only to have her find him. She had appeared outside the tavern in White Orchard escorted by Nilfgaardian soldiers. The one-time lovers could not enjoy their reunion for the sorceress had insisted they make haste. Geralt and Yennefer left White Orchard accompanied by the Nilfgaardians, but only the Witcher and the sorceress reached Vizima. Along the way, their column was attacked by a cavalcade of wraiths, the omen of war, the White Hunt. Geralt's head was abuzz with questions. What had he gotten into? How had the hunt found them? Why was it looking for them? Why had he been summoned to Vizima? He was to get his answers from none other than the Emperor, with his 8 million titles, the most powerful man in the known world. Okay, so we're going to follow the Chamberlain and...
The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch-magnificency.
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
Okay, hang on. I want to see. Do I have a map of where I am? Oh, I do. Where am I? Royal Palace in Vizima. Okay.
Imgrimi eb art ketzer. Duifen aden in karn eb marvoet. Emhyr var Emreis.
Bow.
Oh, okay. We'll bow. Sorry.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer ep the orde.
Velian namen, wat kan favort? I thought you bowed before no man.
Is that?
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends. Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cirilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
So it's Tywin Lannister. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, he's such a good actor. Oh, and let's have a moment where in the picture of Cirilla, she looks miserable in that poofy, frilly dress. I feel you, sister. So she's back. Are you sure?
Are you sure? Ciri left. Went far, far away.
Do you believe I'd drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be. I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
So why me?
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always.
Oh.
Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless. If for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
It's so Tywin Lannister. It's great. I love it. Yeah, I don't think Geralt likes him. That's the vibe I'm getting right now. So I think we're only going to do it for Ciri.
Save your generosity for those whose homes your armies have razed. I'll do it for Ciri, not for your gold.
Your motives do not interest me. Only results. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
Follow me, if the gentleman pleases. Please keep close. There are many honorable guests in the palace, whom the gentleman
Disgusts.
need not bother.
All right, let's try to find characters. One more over. Let's see. Cirilla has an update. Let's see. Ciri's gift proved a curse as well because of it. She would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. Ciri's biography contained one more great secret. Her natural father was none other than Emhyr var Emreis. Yes, his words confirmed the fears swirling in Geralt's mind. Ciri had returned and was in mortal danger, for the unrelenting Wild Hunt was on her trail. You know, when he says matters of state, it leads me to believe he doesn't have any other kids and he needs Ciri to come back and in his little emperor fold so that she can be his heir. I don't think he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart. So, Emhyr's update, the emperor clearly and succinctly laid out what he wanted his daughter, and Geralt's ward, Cirilla, was in great danger, for the Wild Hunt was on her trail. Geralt, a superb tracker linked to Emhyr's daughter by the iron bonds of destiny, stood a better chance of finding her than anyone else in the world. Yeah, you know. Is that why the Wild Hunt is after Geralt and Yennefer? Is because of Ciri? Oh, did I have any actual quest updates? No. Nothing. So we need to follow the Chamberlain. He's going to take us to Yennefer, and hopefully no awkward cut today, but no promises. It does look similar-ish, because we were here in Witcher 1, in the Vizima castle, with Foltest right at the very end-ish, and it looks familiar.
In the morning.
Yeah.
It's past noon.
Calm yourself.
Sit in. What can Geralt? Do you know who you're talking to, soldier? I'm Herivard II, Prince of Elander. Not only am I made to wait here like some supplicant, but with who for company? A tinter.
Tanner. Master of the Tanners Guild?
As if it makes a damn difference. I demand...
Calm down. The Emperor demands silence. Those who disturb face harsh punishment, no matter their birth.
Hi.
Greetings.
A witcher. Oh, that's just perfect.
What are they doing over here?
Quest.
Oh, they're tearing out stuff.
How do you dye your hair? Is it a brew of parsley root?
The gentleman will have time for a stroll later.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by people and things. Perhaps who knows how many he sired, lecherous he was, typical Nordling. Oh, there's Morvran.
Es ziet efsat. Ep finser nein mathenk. Nein kofhotel an emp paval.
Es frag. Kiaside.
Duft. Visse for Attre es paesem.
I do appreciate the foreign language going on here. Or the non-Nordling language. I'm not really sure how to phrase that.
Till show evai.
Only I can never turn around fast enough to get the subtitles.
Esse kleiti. Hinweg renegat en selfit en garte. Esse plenten et not matte. En selfit en sikiate.
Oh, I should read these out loud for you guys. Sorry. The Emperor will soon bring in 100 slaves from the Duchess of Vicarbo's court. They'll tidy the place up. 100 might not suffice. They were talking smack about the royal gardens.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Okay, let's save and go talk to Miss Yennefer. And see how long this takes.
That's right. The true authority in Novograd is not the city council or the merchants' guild, but the Church of the Eternal Fire and the criminal underworld. At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
Who is this guy?
Vedimi.
Ambassador Var Attre.
Inconceivable.
Okay. Well, we're gonna look around first before we talk to Yennefer. Oh, good, more books. I'm losing my voice too. So, Pearls of the North-Novigrad. I know I probably don't have to read all these, but I want to. No one can claim to have traveled the Northern Realms who has not been to Novograd. If I were forced to list what, during my many meanderings, has made the greatest impression on me, it would be precisely this great and yet at the same time free city. A metropolis worthy of the Empire. Its only flaw is that the civilization Nilfgaard carries within her has not yet enlightened it. That is why hordes of reactionary cultists of the Eternal Fire dwell in the midst of its excellent buildings and superb commercial infrastructure. One feels as though superstition is how the local hierarch and his temple guard cement their power over the city dwellers. And many they are to control, for the city counts no less than 30,000 of inhabitants. That's huge! While strolling through its fabulous port, surrounded by marvels of architecture, it is hard to imagine that centuries ago, Novograd was a mere minor elven townstead. When the city fell into the hands of the Nordlings, its problems grew exponentially. For as is well known, the people of the North can do a great many things, but peaceful and ordinary cohabitation is not one of them. And so Novograd first belonged to Redania and then fell under Temerian rule until finally, after endless compromises and bargains, it at last became a free city. But is the city truly free? I dare to doubt it. Redanian influence makes itself felt too strongly on every street corner, and the fact that the city is located within Radovid's territory speaks for itself. While wandering the city streets, I came across 4 watermills, 8 banks, and nearly 19 pawn shops. There are also a great many houses of simple pleasures, such as taverns and brothels, and Novograd's commitment to matters of faith is borne witness to by the fact that the city contains no less, I kid you not, 19 temples to the eternal fire. What more can be said? I think Novograd has all the makings of the capital of the world, and perhaps that is what it will one day become. First, however, someone needs to bring order to it within her walls. Is Novograd on my world map? Yeah, I'm assuming that means I'm going to get to go there. So, that's cool. All right, what else? A sword for witches. I read that one already. Don't have to read it again. Like I said, I know I can skip these, but like not having read the books,
I have no time.
it does actually help me. Okay, Yennefer's in there, so we'll go there last. A Portrayal of the Elder Races. Okay, let's take that. Let me see. And we'll read this and then we'll wrap up for the day. So what is a non-human? The answer is simple. As the very name suggests, it is something which resembles and yet nevertheless is not a human. Though it walks on 2 legs, speaks a tongue similar to our own, and dresses in a similar attire, it all the same has more in common with base beast than noble man. Excuse me? That's horrible. Dwarves are like moles. They feel best underground, avoid direct sunlight. They like to live in filth, forever smudging themselves in mud and slime. They love everything that can be found within the earth, rocks, metal, minerals of all shape and colors. It is also said that they, like their kindred moles, they feed most readily on worms, roaches, and other night crawlers. This book is horrible. Halflings, for their part, are more reminiscent of gophers, fat, lazy, and loud in that typical rodent way. Their minds are filled only with thoughts of food and drink, which they steal from other nobler beasts and greedily squirrel away in their hovels. They are marked by a cruel craftiness. You could be dying of hunger and they would not share a meal with you. You could be howling from poverty and they could be swimming in gold, and yet they would still fleece you to the last crown. You could do nothing but good to them, and they would still stab you in the back. Elves, in turn, seem related to the birds of prey that dwell in far-off Zerrikania. They care most for colored feathers. They would most readily spend all day staring at their reflections in the water and singing their own praises. They are so awash in self-love that they no longer feel any desire toward members of the opposite sex of their own species. Their appearance, unquestionably pleasant to the eye, is highly misleading, for they are extraordinarily cruel, and any who judge them by looks alone, they first dupe and then kill in cold blood. The best proof of this, the so-called Scoia'tael bandits that claim to fight for freedom, but in truth only long to kill humans. All these vile so-called elder races are, to our great fortune, slowly dying out. Joy fills the heart of every right-thinking man at the thought that his great-grandchildren will never know them, that in their day dwarves, halflings, and elves will be mere fairy tale characters used to scare young, impressionable children. Well, that was a horrible book, full of crap, and we're definitely done for the day after that. So tomorrow I want to finish exploring around in here. Maybe I'll talk to Yennefer first just to give my voice a break. But I'm not recording till tomorrow, so that doesn't mean anything. So anyway, now I'm babbling again. As always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Witcher 3 video.
That's all.